Excuse me, I think I got this.
What's up, everybody? James Elkins with Ford Muscle Magazine, and I am here with Joe Odam and his 2000 Saleen S281 carbon creation. This is a beautiful car.
Thank you, sir.
What's going on with this one? Tell me a little bit about the history of it.
Okay, so the purpose of building this car was, I don't know what to do with my hands right now. Just kidding. No, the purpose of building this car, if anyone was familiar with the original bipolar build that we had, it was a Fox body Mustang with a Coyote twin turbo car. Car made some noise, built it about 2 years ago. Was really trying to establish an upper echelon domestic Fox body for guys in my age group, mid 40s, you know, yearbook cars, auto trader cars that we used to look at, and now we're in 2023. Really taking advantage of the opportunity, trying to bring the technology of these cars up to current, and
you picked a new edge to do that with too. So
really kind of actually taking a chance on this deal and proving that you can take you know, a new edge car that's mass produced like this and turn it into a true one-of-one supercar. So I believe that's kind of what we've done here.
Now, you've got a lot of bright colors. This is what color is this one?
So this is bright Atlantic blue.
Bright
it's
Atlantic
one of
blue.
10 or less than 10 that I'm aware of that were ever made in the year 2000 in this color. For Saleen, this is an authentic Saleen. That was actually part of the reason that I chose this car. You know, the name of my company is Byepolr Performance, which will tell you that we do things, you know, a little bit off the cuff. One of the things that I named the business for was I wanted to take a car that could come to something like PRI, you know, make some noise here, and then could go straight to the racetrack and do the same thing. This car is as well-rounded as you're going to find. I mean, the car has internet. It's got Bluetooth. You know, so it's got paddle shifters. We'll get into that a little bit, but no, this is a true 1 of 10 Saleen, and that was actually one of the coolest parts. Was I wanted to take something that most purists would say you cannot do that, and say let's do it.
Let's make that happen.
Yes, that's it. Yep.
Well, let's check out the rest of this car.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I'll let you push the fancy buttons. Wow. We got a lot going on with the turbo setup. The welds are beautiful, but the sides are shaved. It's very clean.
Thank you.
Let's start with the motor build.
Yeah, so this is an aftermarket block Coyote. So again, I mean, we're a race car shop. So, I mean, this is a street car, fully streetable, all the amenities that you would want, but at the same time, like, we're performance first for the most part, okay? So this car has to be able to work going down the track, and that was where the build was centered on. So aftermarket block Coyote, bare block, Holbrook Racing built the short block, TKM heads on it, Todd Warren cams, big turbo cams. All this fabrication was done in-house.
Wow.
My painter, Zach Bergesy, did everything on the timing cover. The intake is shaved from Jason at 1320 Junkie. This is actually believe it or not, this is a composite intake. Most people look at it and say it's billet. So this has actually been boost proof. These things have seen 50 plus pounds of boost and survived. So this is actually a Cobra Jet. These are normally oval throttle body intakes. We had this adapted by a good friend of mine, Corey Nicholson, who does 3D printing. He's got a company. We adapted this down to a circle throttle body. All this fabrication in here, the entire turbo kit is titanium. So all the cold side is titanium. The wastegate dumps over here, titanium. The downpipes, titanium. Everything in here was hand fabricated in-house. So
wow. And what size turbo am I looking at here?
So this is a Jose GT55 GTR unit, 88-113. So the car is probably capable of anywhere you know, in the neighborhood of 1,800 horsepower.
Wow. Yep. That is fantastic. A lot of go with a lot of show.
Yeah. So one of the unique things too is, you know, we wanted to do things that you just don't see very often. A lot of these flanges in here are totally unique. You know, we've got our wastegates. You don't see wastegates dumping into it. Actually, from the outside, it looks like a twin turbo car, but this bumper exit over here is for dual wastegates, and that one is for the actual downpipe. But no, so as you can see, looking in the back, most people say, well, where's the radiator? Where's the cooling system? You know, where's all that stuff? Well, my fuel and all my overflow and puke lines are going into the rocker on the driver's side, and my coolant lines are going into the rockers on the passenger side. And if you come over here, you'll notice behind the front wheel, all my rockers, all my fluids go in the rockers of the car, so there's no lines anywhere underneath the car whatsoever. There's no power, there's no cables, there's no AN lines. Everything is in the car, completely hidden. However, everything is 100% serviceable as well, which is super important.
Nice. Definitely need that for a track day. That is fantastic. So peeking in here, I see the carbon fiber seats, the bipolar headrest. Very beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit more what's going on inside the car?
Yeah, so anytime you want to complete a build like this, you want to carry the theme inside, outside, in the engine bay, just to make sure that everything is nice and cohesive. So we brought the carbon inside of the car. These are one-of-a-kind carbon seats that were done overseas, custom upholstered. Actually, most people will look at the center console in here and the AC cluster and all that, and they'll say, well, they made some fiberglass pieces like most people do. Actually, all of this stuff in here is OEM. We hand fabricated the center console. Jaron, one of my fabricators, did the center console, shaved the cup holder. We shaved the shifter boot that was originally there and used it for push button. We shaved the vents up top. But we wanted to keep everything OEM. Instead of using the traction control ports and all that stuff that was down there, the defrost ports, we've got USB so we can plug in and log our cars and stuff like that. So you see that we've got an M&M style shifter in here. That'll confuse most people because they'll say it's probably got a 3-speed in it, or maybe it's got a power glide in it. Well, actually the car's got a 6R80. It's got one of the world's nastiest 6R80s. It was in Brett LaSalle's car at one point, the Snot Rocket car. It's one of a kind. It's got dump valves, it's got trans brakes, so it's also got sport mode. So I use the shifter just to get me into drive and sport mode, and then if you look closely on the steering wheel, you'll see I've got paddles. So once I'm in sport mode, I'm paddle shifting from there.
Paddle shifting.
So yeah, this car is super high tech, and you'll actually look, you'll see what looks like just to be your standard double DIN radio. That's actually a tablet. The car's got Windows, it's got internet. I mean, I can use my Fuel Tech push button on that. The car has no fuses, no relays. It's run on a PDM 25, which means the entire car is run on one solid state relay. There's no relay board. There's no extra wire in there.
Wow.
This is fully wired, fully done, as you can see in the engine bay. I mean, it's about as streamlined as you can possibly get it.
Very nice.
Wheels, what can you tell me about these wheels?
So I've been working with pretty exclusively with 3030 Autosport for a while now.
I think I got this.
You got, okay, wait.
No, I've been working with Keith from 3030 for quite a while. We started out, just had a casual conversation. I saw your new line of wheels. I thought I had knew about every wheel that was out there, beadlock wise. We picked up a conversation, and the rest is history. I've been exclusive with you for the first 2.5 years of our business since. These are obviously the track series wheels that we use on so many of our race cars. And up front, we chose to do something a little bit different, as you know, with the Mod 5 up front. So doing a 3-piece skinny wheel, which hasn't been done very often. So,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we're just honored to be on this car. I mean, that's, you know, all the cars that you build in the customers you have a great customer base, you know. And what Joe did on this is, you know, he chose Legends for the back. It's part of our drag op series, and our Legends kind of cross over between a lot of different series of wheels that we have, where, you know, he was able to do Mod 3 wheels up front, M200s. They match up with the Legend really nice. And Joe's really, really creative. So sometimes we have to go outside of our color selection, and, you know, we have access to thousands of colors.
I to go 3-piece. I'm not sure.
You did.
Tell them about the new Eliminator wheels, because, you know, I tried to get those, but I didn't quite get them in time. They're going to be on every ride from here on out. What's different about those compared to these?
Well, we did the Eliminator wheels mainly the reason was utility, to be able to house big brakes in the back bell. Our 2-piece wheels have a long extended drop center. Sometimes on a radial dimension, there's an issue with brake clearance, which is completely gone with the Eliminator series. Everything clears. And the great thing about the Eliminator series is you get an even bigger color palette. And you get more sizes.
True 3-piece bolt together construction, right?
Exactly.
SFI
so
still?
SFI, yep. Everything's in testing right now. We've just debuted it at the show, so everything's catching up with testing. And we're shipping in January on that. And you know, the main thing is the functionality with any kind of race wheel. That's you know, for us the pretty stuff is really easy, you know. And yeah, I mean, plus we get more size selection, 1511s, 1513s, things like that. So yeah, you know, we're getting a great reaction off it.
We appreciate you, and we'll continue to ride with you guys, man.
Dude,
thank you so much.
We learn a lot from you. Thank you,
brother. Thank you.
Joe, appreciate you showing us the car.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a beauty.
Thank
really,
you for the
thank you.
opportunity. Really appreciate it, sir.